Hello and good morning. Welcome to our Meet the Advisor series where we introduce a real estate advisor and ask a few questions about them. This week we have Malanie Mclaird. Hi Melanie.
Hi.
How are you today? Can you tell us a bit about yourself, like where you grew up and what your background is?
Yeah, absolutely. I am great. A little bit about me. I've been in real estate for almost 6 years. I was born in Thousand Oaks, grew up kind of all over California, and my parents moved around to different countries while I was growing up, so kind of had a diverse experience throughout the world, which is nice. And then I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma for quite a few years before coming back to Newport.
Nice. Did you move because of jobs?
I have moved around mostly in the same city for jobs, but then I moved back to California for work.
So real estate wasn't your first job?
It was not, no. I've been an entrepreneur for about 10 years now, run my own companies, had my own businesses, my own inventions. Before that, I was the head of R&D for a marketing company in California.
Pretty interesting. Why did you choose to do real estate eventually?
So I actually got into real estate by doing house flipping. And my first home that I was flipping, I was holding an open house, had a bunch of buyers come through to see it, and it was an aha moment of if this house doesn't work for them, I could find them something that would. And I'm making so many good connections, I decided to get my real estate license, started working with buyers and sellers, and decided that I wanted to do that full time.
And why did you choose Engel Völkers?
Engel Völkers, the reputation. I had asked around the area, friends, family, just people that I met, and they across the board recommended Engel Völkers. And then when I researched it myself, the brand is amazing. And I love the cross-selling globally. I like the fact that I could have my clients listing across, the United States in another big city. So I think that's really cool.
That's cool. What do you value most about your job?
Probably the freedom. Yeah, there's no ceiling. The more that I work and the harder I work, I'm in charge of kind of that ceiling. So I love that.
That's cool. Do you have a unique moment you encountered during this job?
I have had a lot of them, and there's probably so many, that's a hard question. Most recently, I had a husband and wife that I met probably more so towards the beginning of my career that I had just chatted with on and off. They were looking to move from out of state. Finally became a good time for them to move. Come to find out, I'm a huge equestrian enthusiast. She has 2 horses. We connected on that, and now she and I are like BFFs, and she wants me to ride her horse, like her second horse, so we can go trail riding and things. So that's exciting.
That's exciting. What are your values? Could be in real estate or it could be just in general.
I really value communication. I think that's really important, and that can be lost a lot, and that can hinder relationships, whether they be professional or personal relationships. So consistency, obviously integrity, yeah, pretty key values.
Good values. What would be your ultimate goal?
Ultimate goal, I think, is really building like a legacy. Being able to work when I want, travel when I want, having something that's bigger than just myself. I love helping others, so whether that be other agents, or I love investing, so maybe someone that has a really great idea but needs some kind of mentorship, help getting off the ground, whether it be the mentor or the financial side of it. I find fulfillment in that.
That's great. What would be 3 keys to success you would use to achieve your goal?
Okay. I think the biggest thing is having grit. You're going to, especially in this business, have a lot of rejection, being okay with rejection and kind of using that to catapult you forward and not being afraid or giving up because of it. So grit would probably be the number one thing that I think is a key to success.
Cool. Well, we know you had a lot of other different jobs, but if real estate was out of the question, what do you think you would do right now?
Oh man, I don't want to think about that. I love real estate. I actually went to school for my bachelor's in criminal justice because I was going to go down the path of federal law enforcement, which is quite a change. So psychology, I had to take a lot of classes on psychology, and that was really fascinating to me. So I thought about perhaps getting my degree and being a psychologist.
Oh, that's cool. What do you do in your free time?
I work, I love traveling, which is a pretty big hobby. So I love international travel. Europe's my favorite destination. So I would say I work as hard as I can so that I can have those times to be able to go and travel. But like day to day, I love hiking, being outdoors, obviously living right next to the ocean, having a good dinner somewhere with a view, things like that.
Last question. For someone trying to get into real estate as a new agent, what kind of advice would you have for them?
I think something that I wish I would have done when I first started that would have kind of helped me get further along would be to find a good mentor. Someone that can teach you the ropes, you can learn from their mistakes without having to go through them yourself. So whether that be just a mentor or joining a team, I think that would be smart. That's probably how I would do it. And then just having that grit like we talked about, not giving up, being okay with rejection, being a hard worker, having a lot of hustle.
Persistence pays off.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Malanie.
Thank you.